Hi, everyone. I've had so many requests that people want to learn more about how to lose weight a different way at perimenopause and menopause. And I'm going to say this with one little caveat. I'm going to say it's not only for women, and it's not only during perimenopause and menopause. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down some of the main rules. You can try this at home and then see if it works for you. And if you need more, you can always join the program. So, I'm Sandy Cruz. I am a registered holistic nutritionist. I'm the podcast host of Sandy K Nutrition Health and Lifestyle Queen podcast, where you learn all things on how to age better from midlife onward. I'm also a certified metabolic balance coach, and you could see all of my certifications there, my diploma there. So here's the thing. A nutritionist is never just about the food. It's about food as medicine. It's about lifestyle. It's about really aligning holistically as an WHOLE, whole. What makes us whole? And I'm going to say food is just one small piece of all of it. I'm going to give you 5 things you can start doing today to see if it's going to turn that needle. And I'm going to say this because this is really important, especially for you ladies around menopause. Stop the diets. And metabolic balance is a diet, but it's very specifically going to maintain or even help with muscle. And it's going to help with a lot of other things. It's called the metabolic balance program because it really helps, and we cannot diagnose, cure, or heal disease, but it helps to address symptoms of metabolic syndrome. So, the biggest thing that women around menopause experience is blood sugar imbalance. So, if you can keep your blood sugar in check, often that might be that ticket to help you lose the weight. Now, you're going to say, okay, Sandy, how do you do that? I'm going to give you 2 ways in which you can do that right now. Number 1, stop snacking. Okay. Some people have to because of medical reasons or medical issues. So, again, see your own practitioner for what's right with you, or you can book a consult with me. I do 1-hour consults. So, stop snacking. You're going to have 3 meals a day. And in those 3 meals, you're going to have a different type of protein at each of those meals. So let's say at breakfast, you might have, I know one of my foods, again, metabolic balance is based on blood work. This is why it's individual. So it looks at all of the important metrics, including enzymes that you're producing or not producing. This is why it's not like anything else out there. And yes, I'm going to call it a diet. It is a diet. But it's different than anything else out there because it ensures that it improves your body composition, not just losing weight and then losing muscle and losing bone, which is all the stuff that we don't want to happen at midlife. Okay, so back to this. You're going to eat 3 meals a day, and the 3 meals, you're going to have 3 different proteins. Why are you going to have 3 different proteins? You're going to say, Sandy, why? Because it will actually improve the bioavailability of the protein that you're eating. Okay. People are like, okay, you're starting to talk foreign to me. But a thing that seems to be happening is protein loading. But remember one thing, your body can only absorb so much. And with metabolic balance, they actually take that into account. So think of it this way. If you're eating cheese, if you're eating chicken, then you're going to add, I don't know, hemp hearts, or let's say you're having a Cobb salad, then you're going to add eggs. You have all these different proteins and amino acid profiles. Your body will only be able to absorb the amino acids from the lowest amino acid protein of those proteins that you're eating. I know it gets a little sciencey here, but you are actually, by protein loading, you are not getting the full bioavailability of the amino acids to build, repair, all that kind of stuff. And when your body's doing all this work, it can actually slow your metabolism down. Oh, yeah. So, when I say eating 3 different proteins, 3 meals a day, let's say, for example, one of the proteins that is on my personal metabolic balance program, because yes, I did it too, and I've kept 4% of my total body fat off in almost a year now. So, one of the things on mine might be sheep's cheese. So, I'll have a little bit of sheep's cheese with some whole 100% whole rye bread. I'll have that on there. It's quite tasty. And guess what? I'll get that to that next. Then at lunchtime, I may have eggs, and I'm only going to have eggs. I'm not going to add cheese. I'm not going to add bacon. I'm going to have eggs. And then at dinner, I might have a beautiful salmon fillet. So 3 different types of protein. Guess what that does? Again, I'm going to repeat. It makes sure that I am absorbing and getting full bioavailability of all the amino acids of what I'm eating that day. Second thing, you are going to eat those meals 5 hours apart, and you're not going to eat anything in between. You're not going to snack. You're not going to have a big old coffee in between. You're not going to do anything except drink water, or you can have water with electrolytes. Like, see right here, I'm going to show you. I'm actually having um, Element. It's electrolytes, but they are actually like 0 caloric value, right? 0 fat, 0 everything. So that's okay. And maybe you'll actually, when you're on the diet strict, you're not supposed to even have tea without having a meal with it. So I'll give you an example. 5 hours apart. Let's say in the morning, I'm going to have my little piece of rye toast or rye bread with some sheep's cheese. Okay. Then I might have an apple. That's part of the plan too. Have 1 apple every day. But I'm going to have it at the end of my meal, and I'm going to have it really close to the meal. Okay. And then I might have a cup of tea. And so then I'm only going to drink water for 5 hours until my next meal, which will be those eggs, like I was saying. You get it? So it's really, really important to do this in order to keep your blood sugar level through the day. When you have extreme drops or extreme highs in blood sugar, that's where you run into problems. That's where you run into weight gains. That's when you might get hangry, right? That happens too. And then you feel like you need to eat. So snacking actually exacerbates this problem. So stop the snacking. If you want to lose weight, if you want to have control of your blood sugar, just stop snacking. Eat your meals, eat 3 meals, forget the fasting. Okay. Like, when you're trying to lose weight, sometimes fasting will work until it doesn't work anymore. That's what happened to me. And I'm going to tell you, um, and I'm not trying to say, oh, I have like the biggest issues, whatever, poor me. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm saying is that I don't have a thyroid gland at all. So for me, it's almost like a double whammy. So I'm going through menopause without a thyroid, and a lot of things kind of go off kilter, let's just say, without having the master gland for metabolism. So take it from me, you guys. I'm practicing what I preach in order to maintain my health. And I have to do it like big time. I have to do it. Okay, so I ran through the 3 different proteins, 5 hours apart. Now, with every single meal, you are going to take 2 bites of whatever protein it is first, all alone, without anything else. So let's say you are having a Cobb salad with just eggs. You're going to have 2 bites of those eggs first before you dig into all the veggies and all the good stuff. Okay? And that's it. I'm going to give you only these 3 rules, and I want you to try it. And I want to see if it's going to make any kind of a dent in your weight. And then the last thing I am going to say is throw out your scale if you just have a regular scale. Go and get yourself a scale that gives you full body composition. Okay, I know these full body composition scales are not 100% accurate, but you're going to see trends. You're going to be able to see the trends. And this is so critically important because I'm going to show you by doing this alone, you might lose the weight, but you're going to keep all of that beautiful muscle and that bone that you so badly need around menopause. So I actually just saw my endocrinologist recently, and I have to do a DEXA scan. Some people call it bone density scan every 3 years because I don't have a thyroid and it can affect how the calcium is absorbed in my body. Guess what? I'm going to be 54 in January. I'm recording this in October. My actual bone density improved from 3 years ago. It's not a single bullet approach, okay? I do a lot of strength training. I work out with a personal trainer, not too much, twice a week only. I walk my dog every day. I'm very active. But what I'm going to say is that it's almost unheard of for a woman in my age, in my stage in life, to actually improve my bone mineral density. And I did that. And I lost 4% of my total body fat. And guess what? My skeletal muscle from last year before I became a metabolic balance coach actually improved from doing the diet. So stop all of those other diets that are not scientifically proven. Please do this. And I want you to comment and I want you to touch base with me. If you do want to book a consult, I do 1 hour consults. I am very specific about clients that I work with. I only take 1 or 2 long-term clients per year. So send me an email, sandy@sandyknutrition.ca, or check actually, I'll probably have in the description. I also recorded a podcast with I think she's the CEO of Metabolic Balance in Canada. Metabolic Balance, though, is available in almost every single country. So, and I actually work with anyone internationally. So I hope this was informative. And please follow me on Instagram. I'm most active there, Sandy K Nutrition. I'm very active on TikTok. I do a lot of the skin stuff on TikTok because I'm big about aging well. And a lot of the skin stuff is on TikTok. Follow me, Sandy K Nutrition, anywhere and everywhere. And by all means, send me an email if you have questions or if you want to work with me, sandy@sandyknutrition.ca. And don't forget to listen to my podcast, Sandy K Nutrition, Health and Lifestyle Queen, available everywhere. Have a great day, guys. Mwah.